The Arctic, a world of stark, brilliant simplicity. Vast fields of white and blue stretch endlessly, fractured sea ice groaning under its own weight. Towering icebergs drift silently, sculpted by wind and water. The air is sharp, the silence broken only by wind or distant cracks of shifting ice. Beneath the frozen ceiling, a shadowy ocean teems with life, canyons and ridges hiding ghostly creatures. Here life thrives against all odds, following ancient rhythms of survival. The sea ice is a shifting frontier, floor for some, ceiling for others. Breathing holes in the ice become vital crossroads, portals of opportunity and danger. Every creature plays a part in a delicate, brutal balance. The hunter can become the hunted in an instant. In this unforgiving landscape, the rules are simple. Find food, conserve energy, survive. The stage is set for two of the Arctic's most magnificent actors. A solitary figure moves across the ice, a male polar bear, the Arctic's giant. His thick, creamy fur is stained from past meals, his massive paws adapted for the slippery surface. Hunger gnaws at him after a long winter. His sense of smell guides him on the hunt. Ursus, as we'll call him, is a master of this world, reading the ice for danger and opportunity. Patience is his weapon. He waits motionless by a seal's breathing hole, ready to strike. But the shrinking sea ice shortens his hunting season, making each failed hunt more dangerous. Alone, he relies on instinct and experience. Failure means death. Today, his nose leads him to a region riddled with cracks and breathing holes. He moves with quiet confidence, unaware that beneath his paws another apex predator patrols. The stage is set for a confrontation that will test his strength and will to survive. Beneath the ice, a pod of killer whales glides through the dark water. Led by a wise matriarch, their strength lies in unity and intelligence. They communicate with clicks and calls, coordinating complex hunting strategies. Their primary prey, the same fat-rich seals the polar bear seeks. Orcas use teamwork, creating waves, cornering prey, and using echolocation to hunt with precision. The matriarch detects a cluster of breathing holes and a large mass above the polar bear. The pod slows, calls hushed. An opportunity has appeared, but it's fraught with danger. The hunters of the deep have found their rival. The Arctic's two apex predators are about to cross paths. Ursus finds a breathing hole, a lifeline for seals, a dinner table for him. He approaches with caution, camouflaged and still, waiting for his chance. Below, the orca pod moves into position, blocking escape routes and watching the bear's silhouette. The seal, desperate for air, ascends toward the circle of light, unaware of the double threat. Above, Ursus waits. Below, the orcas prepare. The breathing hole becomes a deadly nexus. The seal surfaces, Ursus lunges, claws flashing, but the water erupts. A bull orca smashes the ice from below, fracturing the flow. The strategy is clear: break the bear's platform, plunge him into their world. The seal is forgotten as the two apex predators finally engage. The Arctic's drama reaches its climax. The ice shatters beneath Ursus. He scrambles for footing as icy water engulfs him. The orcas circle, their calculated move bringing the land predator into their domain. Ursus thrashes, desperate to reach solid ice, but the bull orca surfaces nearby, issuing a challenge. The bear roars in defiance, swiping at the water, but the orca dives and reappears, testing his defenses. This is a psychological battle. Strength against strategy, endurance against teamwork. The matriarch keeps her pod cautious. A wounded orca is a risk. The orcas bump and nudge the ice, creating waves to exhaust the bear. Ursus fights to stay afloat, his energy draining in the freezing water. The orcas are patient, letting the cold do its work. It's a battle of endurance, the bear's raw power against the orca's collective intelligence. Only one will claim victory in this frozen arena. Ursus, now fully in the water, fights for his life as hypothermia looms. He spots a distant ice floe, his only hope. With a burst of strength he swims, but the orcas close in. The bull orca rams him from below, lifting him out of the water, disorienting him. Another orca creates a wake, herding him away from safety. Despite the odds, Ursus lashes out, claws raking the bull's hide, drawing blood. The orca recoils, surprised. The bear's defiance buys him a moment. Ursus makes a desperate push, reaching the ice and hauling himself out, exhausted but alive. The orcas circle, then dive deep, accepting the outcome. The bear collapses on the ice, battered but victorious. For now, the Arctic's balance holds. Ursus lies on the ice, battered and hungry but alive. He's lost a meal and precious energy but survived a deadly encounter. Soon he must rise and continue his search. There are no long reprieves here. Below, the orca pod regroups, their losses less critical, their strength in numbers. Both predators acted on instinct, not malice, each driven by the need to survive. There are no heroes or villains in nature, only the relentless struggle for life. The Arctic returns to quiet. The bear resumes his journey, the orcas their patrol. Their paths may never cross again, but for a moment, two worlds collided. In the end, the only law is nature's, survival is victory, and every day is a gift. Under the pale Arctic sun, the drama of life continues, unwritten, unending.